Let us bow our heads where we are right now for a word of prayer. Gracious, loving Father, thank you for your love towards us. Thank you for your grace towards us. Thank you for your law that gives us happiness. May we have a better appreciation of your commandments as we study from the Bible today. May we see the need to keep your commandments as the most important thing anyone can ever do upon the face of this earth. So bless us with understanding and bless us in obedience through the gift of your Spirit of truth right now, we pray, through Christ our Savior. Amen. But you must understand this very carefully, that if you are to get a Sunday law in Europe, Europe must turn right. Because no leftist society, no society on the left is going to enforce a Sunday law. So Europe must turn right. China must turn right. And some people say, well, yes, how will that happen? God is in charge. What did he say? The facts are, Europe has already begun to turn right. That's what the riots there are all about. Europe has already begun to turn right. And the Pope, or Papa, as some say, will have to go. Because he's leftist. And already the events are taking place in the United States for such a thing like that to happen. In the meanwhile, you and I need to make sure we are getting prepared. Amen, brethren? We need to make sure we are getting what? Prepared. Right? Because if you are not prepared, if you are not ready, trouble is coming for you. We pray that God will have time no longer on this earth. We prayed for that. We prayed for the earth to end soon, because trouble is coming. Scientists have found way below the oceans that somehow terrible cracks have appeared, and they are telling us that they are all now floating on lava. So that outbreaks can take place anywhere, anytime on the earth. But we knew it was going to happen, because the Bible prophesied of a great earthquake that will take place. Is that not so? Amen. So we are living in the closing scenes of this earth's history. And all of us are called to prepare. Do not get weary in studying the truth. Do not get weary in obedience. You need to have experience right now. And this is the reason why we talk to you and call upon you. Is that understood, my dear brother? Okay? So today, we will deal with the value of the commandments of God, or Dios. We will deal with the value of the commandments of God. Because God wants all of us to value His law. Wherever you are, if you do not value the law of God, you will be lawless on the earth. This is why you need to learn to have the standard attitude to God's law. And this is what we want to start looking at. The standard attitude to God's law. The Bible tells us that the standard attitude all of us must have to the law of God is that the law must be loved by all humanity. When you read or look at the 10 Commandments, you must find that it is something you just love to see, love to hear, love to understand. If that is not the case now is the time for you to start. Because without that law, nobody will be happy. Are you listening to me? Complain about crime, complain about oppressive government. What you are complaining about is people's transgression of what? The law of God. Is that understood? That's the reason why you need to have a mature understanding. This law is for my good. Do you get that clear? This law is for my well-being. That's what you need to learn. And you need to have an intelligent understanding about that if you expect to live in a new society. Amen, brother? Amen. Turn with me to Psalms 119. And we want to start with verse 97. We read verse 97. Oh, how I love thy law, it is my meditation all the day. Did you hear that? Oh, how I love thy law, it is my meditation all the day. Which one of you here can say that you love the law of God so much, you will be meditating on it all the day? Which one of you have taken the 10 Commandments and decided that you're going to spend the day meditating on it? If we are going back to biblical culture, do that. Are you listening to me? If you are going back to the biblical standard, to have the standard attitude to God's law that the Bible says, go back to do that. Take the 10 Commandments and research it. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Do you get that? And here is David showing us that it is something we must love. We must love so much. Let's look at 1 to T. 113. 113. Psalms 119, 113. 113. Notice what it says. I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love. Did you just see that? Why would he contrast the two? Why would he say he hates skeptical thoughts, but he loved the law of God? Why would he say that? From childhood. Yes. Sure, boys. Go ahead. Amen. I hate and I'm all lying, but thy Lord do I love. Amen. Amen. You find that touch your mind is good, but mind in the Bible contrast skepticism or lying as opposite to God's law. Why? Why opposite? Because anytime you, in your mind, begin to think vain, anytime you find your mind start to idle and go off, all you have to do is to simply what? Think about the law of God. It's a way of overcoming. It is a pattern of overcoming thoughts that are vain. As you find your mind going off, think about one of the commandments. And as you think about one of the commandments, to reason it out, you escape vain thoughts. And as the brother said, then you have lawful thinking. Amen, brethren? You think the law of God. Once you find vain thoughts coming up in your mind. Because some people complain, I cannot control my thoughts, all kinds of things coming in my mind. Hello? Just think about the law of God. So David showed that by thinking about the law of God, he had come to love it so much that when vain thoughts would want to come in his mind, or he would start to think vain, he just switched to the law of God. And he gained a deep love for it. So he said, I hate what? Vain thoughts. But thy Lord do I want? Love. Amen, brethren? This is a thing you must practice. If you practice it, you will get results. Amen? If you practice it, you will get what? Results. There's nobody here that should say, I cannot do it. It's you to determine how you are think. And if even you have problems with disciplining your thoughts, if you put your thought on the law of God, when you start to get problem with thinking, you will help yourself. Amen. Amen, brethren? So you see, the law of God must be loved. By, should I say, hombre? By mind. Okay? Now, let's go on. 119. 119, 119. Psalms 119, we look at 119. Thou puttest away all the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore, I love what? Thy testimony. And that testimony is still the same commandments of God. But here we are told, you put away all the evil, all the wicked people of the earth like dross. But I love your Lord. I love your testimony. I love your commandments. When you think about the wicked of the earth being destroyed, why? Why is it good for you? Because the wicked transgress what? The law of God, and therefore transgress what? Your rights and freedoms. So when you think about God, putting all the wicked away like dross, and you appreciate God, it must mean you love the commandments of God. Is that understood? That's why the United Nations It's not a good organization. They speak against all kind of things, yet in their laws they encourage sodomy. In their laws they encourage invasion. In their laws they are against freedom of expression and freedom of speech. How could you claim you are against wrong while making legal wrong? So when you know that the wicked is going to be destroyed, your consolation is because you love the law of God. Amen? Amen? Psalms 119, 119. Let's go on, 159. Psalms 119, 159. David is asking God for something. Here is what he said. He said, consider how I love thy precepts, which is the same law of God. Quicken me, O God, according to thy word, loving kindness. What is the equation? If you know you love the law of God, would you want to be alive in Christ? Yes. Of course. You would want to be in the truth, alive in the truth, because you love the law of God. Don't you ever think that this Bible was going to be compiled and it didn't have a large amount of statements showing love to God's law. It must exist. You must have a whole book dealing with the law of God. Psalms 119. A whole book. Let's go on. 163. That is what the child quoted just now. She quoted, I hate an abhor lie, but thy law do I love. She quoted that. And of course, why would an ordinary person hate lying? Why would an ordinary person always want to speak the truth? It will only happen if you have some kind of love for good things, which is in the law. You must love the law. So this is telling you, you must learn to love the law of God. Time to stop being illegal in your mind. You know some people exist in a realm of illegalness of spirit. It is time to have a total consciousness of yourself that you are legal according to the law. Let me give you one more, 167. 167. Did you see this verse? My soul hath kept thy testimonies, and I love them how? Exceedingly. You see, the law of God is something you must learn to love. And that's the reason why you need to take up the 10 Commandments and learn to love it with all your heart, because of what it is saying. Every wrong that a person does transgresses the law of God on a physical level and even more a spiritual level. But if to you, you love God then you will love his law. Amen?
Amen.
Amen? And this is the reason why the standard attitude to God's law is it must be loved by what? All humanity. Amen? Also, the law, the standard attitude to God's law is that it must be treasured by men's hearts or in your heart. You must treasure it after the treasure. Somebody is going to buy food to eat, and they are happy that they have money to buy the food. Did you see that? Likewise, you must view the law of God as something so good, something so great, that you treasure it in your mind. Amen, brethren? If you walk during the day treasuring the law of God in your mind, you will know when you are going to do wrong and you will stop it. Amen? As you're going to do wrong, why do you even want to if you treasure the law of God?
Amen.
Amen, brethren? Amen? Yes.
Why does particular chapter in the Bible speak so much of the law of God and necessity?
Why this particular chapter in the Bible speaks so much about the law of God? When David wrote this, God himself, who wanted people to understand how to value his law, found that the only person alive on the earth at that time that was able to express it was David. And when David was meditating, he gave that whole revelation to David. So that David would write it, and that God would have a record for all of us what is our mental attitude we should have to his law. That's the reason why that is so. That's the reason why this deals exclusively with the law of God. That is why do not expect the Bible cannot to be made up without a whole book dealing with the law of God. And this is what God calls. Right? And that is why we should appreciate it. We should appreciate it. If God gave us a whole book with his law, appreciate it.
Yes, so brother, it's interesting that you are seeing the heart of a person whose heart is after the heart of God.
Yes. Yes, exactly so. Look at 127, verse 127. Watch this. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. Did you see that? So you have different levels of gold. You have common gold, but then you have a gold which is almost like white, which is pure gold. It's very, very expensive and rare. But kings would have some of it because they were kings. And guess what? David the king said that he treasured in his mind God's law more than fine gold, more than common gold, and more than what? Fine gold. To show you and I the kind of appreciation you must learn to have for the law of God. Did you understand that? So this is not an option. Look at 166. 166. O Yahweh, I have hoped for thy salvation and done thy what? Commandments. Did you see that? Which one of you hopes for salvation while you're transgressing. The act of transgressing means you do not hope for what? That's what it means. So when you're in the act of transgressing, you do not hope for salvation. But if you know for sure you want salvation, you will keep the law of God. So don't study what any religion tell you about the law of God is abolished or we must have love instead of keeping the law. Love is keeping the law. Amen, brethren? And you are being told here that you must appreciate the law of God. Amen? Even for salvation's sake. Is that understood? And by the way, if we were all justified by faith, even Abraham, and the Lord doesn't give us salvation, we know that. Why would David say this? He hoped for salvation and kept the law of God. Because keeping the law of God with a hope of salvation in your mind is not righteousness by works. Amen? The human mind has a structure to have hope because we know history that there is a future. We can have what? Hope. Hope is given to the human mind as a power because there is the future. And if you are keeping the law of God, there must be a future benefit. Amen? So the hope is what? Salvation while he's keeping it. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Of course it is lovely. Wonderful. Let me give you two more scriptures. Look at 55. 1:19:55. Did you see that? Look at this situation here. You lie in your bed, and as you lie down in your bed, Yahweh come to your mind. Did you see it? The moment Yahweh comes to your mind, what else should come to your mind? Keep His commandments. That's what David is saying here. He said, I have remembered thy name, O Yahweh, in the night, and have what? Kept thy law. Did you see that? Try lying in your bed in the night and uttering a prayer in your mind without a knowledge that you have been obedient to the law of God. If you know you have not been, then God will impel you to get up, kneel down, confess your sin. Then you can lie back down and remember God's name with the idea, I have kept His commandments. Amen? This is what happened. Watch this again. Let me give you one more. 64. Verse 64. Ready for this one? The earth, O Yahweh, is full of thy mercy. Teach me thy statutes. Did you get that? Despite all the evil going on all around the world, the grace of God is there for us. And if the grace of God is there for us, then you should say, Lord, teach me your commandments. Because you want to appreciate this grace. Watch this, huh? Once you know grace is there for you, what does grace tell you to do? Break His law? No. What does grace tell you to do? Keep His law. So the moment you think about grace, you're supposed to think about law. Because grace and law go together. Amen? When an evangelical preacher tells you grace, 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 how do you know he is genuine? Look at his obedience to the law of God. If he is not in obedience, he is not what? Genuine. Grace is shown to be genuine only when you obey God's laws.
Amen.
Amen? Do you get that clear? These thoughts are important to build up the sea of knowledge in your unconscious mind to seal you off from evil. Do you hear that, my dear brethren? Do you hear that? So, the standard attitude to God's law that all men must have, that all of us must have, the standard attitude is, it must be what? Loved by what? All humanity. And what else? It must be what? Treasured by men's hearts. That's the standard attitude you must have for the law of God. Henceforth, by the way, what is the only thing written with God's finger Himself on matter on the earth?
Amen.
What? The law of God. The only thing ever in history written in our language, Sinaitic Hebrew, in our language, with the finger of God on matter on this earth is the Ten Commandments. That's why you must appreciate the Ten Commandments. Amen, brethren? It is the only physical evidence we have of a divine miracle of God Himself doing something on human matter on the earth. Only physical evidence. Yes, God.
I just want to marry two scriptures to promote this point a little more, right?
Yes.
It says it must be loved by all humanity, because according to the Bible, it was given for all humanity.
Amen.
So let's just marry these two scriptures here. Psalms 119, together with Psalms 100. So Psalms 119. Psalms 119 and verse 142, and we marry it together with Psalms 100 and verse 5. Psalms 119 verse 142, marrying it together with Psalms 100 and verse 5. It says, Psalms 119 and verse 142, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Now when you look at Psalms 100 and verse 5, it tells us, for the Lord is good, His mercy is everlasting, and His truth to all generations. So it was given to all humanity because the law is the truth, and the truth is for all generations.
Amen. Amen. And that's what you said comes to this. Comes to identities of the law. Why is the law called by certain terms? Why is the law given certain identities? This is very important. Before we touch that, We need to understand that God never gave his 10 commandments in a dead, lukewarm manner.
Amen.
Never did. All the destruction that is coming in the future, he did it in a small, microcosmic way with his law. So if all those destructions comes at the end, then men must have broken the law globally. Turn to Exodus 19. Watch this. Exodus 19. Is it from? You will look at 14 to 21. When God gave that 10 commandments, he roughed up the earth at the time he gave it. There's a reason why. Let's see what he did when he gave the 10 commandments. He was about to come and speak it and then hand it on 2 tables of stone. What did he do? Chapter 19. From verse 14. We read. And Moses went down from the mount unto the people and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. Did you just see that? So when Moses came down from the mount, he told the people, go and wash your clothes. Go and clean up yourself. And none of you go and have a relationship with your wife. None of you. Make sure your mind is only on God, not on passion. Make sure your clothes are clean. Because you are going to face the delivery of the law by your Maker. Amen? Watch what happened. Verse 15. And he said unto the people, be ready against the what? Third day. Come not at your wives. Be ready against the what? The third day. That's the reason why it is always said that the giving of the law is the same as the death of Jesus Christ. That's why that is also said like that. Ancient Jews believed that the giving of the law on Mount Sinai is a symbol of the gift of the Messiah. Because if the 10 commandments was given, when Christ died, his death made obedience to the law of God available for what? All of us. Amen, brother? That's what he did. So his death was in itself. His death was in itself the gift of the law to us. Because by giving us life, he was giving us obedience to the law. Amen, brethren? Amen? So that's why you have the third day. Be ready the third day. Let's read on. 15. And he said unto the people, be ready against the third day. Come not at your wives. And it came to pass when? On the third day in the what? Morning, that there were what? Thunders and lightning. And what else? A thick cloud upon the mount. And the voice of the trumpet exceeded loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. Could you imagine hearing a trumpet? And the trumpet is getting louder and louder and louder and louder. like if something more than happened to you. So the people began to tremble because they hear this trumpet getting louder and louder and louder, making a strange sound. Let's read on. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with God. And they stood at the nether part of the mount. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because Yahweh descended upon it in fire, and the smoke there ascended like the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly. Stop for a while and think what happened here. This horrible sound, a trumpet getting louder and louder and louder. And Moses tells the people, come, come, come. Let's go and face Mount Sinai. Let's go and face him all. And as they went to face him all, loudest peals of thunder and lightning flashing. Some kind of big light just touched the mountain, just descend. And as it touched the mountain like a meteorite, the mountain started to shake. It shook terrible. And there was a loud peals of thunder. And the mountain was just shaking. And there was terrible lightning. And then a thick black smoke started to rise up, like if it was a volcano on the mountains. The black smoke hiding the bright light of the glory of Yahweh that was there. Because if the people saw it, it would slay them. So there was thick clouds of smoke, thick darkness rising up. And the mountain was shaking like a terrible earthquake, with the loudest peals of thunder and lightning striking the mountain all the time. The very mountain top seemed as if the stones were melting.
But you know, it is so up to now, you know.
Yes.
The mountain there, the whole top of it is burnt in black.
Yes.
You can see from miles away.
Yeah, melted rock. Now watch this. Let's read on. Let's read on. Verse 19. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded longer and waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and God answered him by a voice. And Yahweh came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mount, and Yahweh called Moses up to the top of the mount. And Moses went up. And Yahweh said unto Moses, go down, charge the people, lest they break forth through unto Yahweh to gaze, and many of them will perish. Did you see that, my dear brother? Now here's what happened. When God called Moses, it was like a thunder that shook the camp. Moses knew it was his name, so he went up on the mount. Some people began to get curious and began to, check out if Moses walked, I could walk. And God told Moses, turn and go right back down. Go and tell them, don't even dare put your foot there to come and gaze, or else I'll slay all of you with his brightness. Why all of that for the law? You imagine God gave all those phenomena for the law, and then he will just abolish it so that people say that word anywhere in the Bible? Aren't they crazy? You expect God to abolish that law and not even say a word anywhere in the Bible? If he gave it with all those thunders, and when you come to the end of this study, I will show you the second miracle of this law will take place in the near future. And again, multi chains will be sinking. And the earth will be breaking. That's the next verse with regards to that same law. So don't you ever think that the law of God is to be valued as something flippant or of no value. The law of God is so important that God came down and used terrible thunders, lightning, roaring phenomenon just to talk his law and give it to tables of food. And you and I here must teach people to reverence, respect, and to love with all their heart that law of God. Amen. Amen, brethren? Amen? Now, why is the law called the royal law? Why is it called the royal law? Turn to James 2:8. James 2:8. Is it found? We read. If ye fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, you do well. So the royal law, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. We need not ask ourselves, what law is that? Because we are clearly told in Romans, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. If there be any commandment, it is briefly summed up in the same word. Thou shalt what? Love thy neighbor as thy what? Is that understood? So the royal law is the same Ten Commandments. But why is it called the royal law? Why is it called the royal law? Let's see why. It is called the royal law because it is the law of the King Yahweh. Now you have to understand something here. You have to understand something here. Any government on this earth can have laws and a government ruling. But they need to understand it has a ruler above the rulers of the earth. And that ruler has his own law. So whether it is Trump in the United States, Putin in Russia, Maduro in Venezuela, or Mitchell in Grenada, or even Rowley in Trinidad. These countries have laws, but there is a ruler above all of them. And he has his own law. So when the Bible tells us about the royal law, it is telling us of a king above all other people, and that is the law we should obey. Because that is the law that will be used to judge us. We will not be judged by Trinidadian laws, Venezuelan laws, Russian laws, American laws. We will be judged by who? The law of the king. Who is who? Yahweh. That's why it is called what? The royal law. So let's see who is real king. And let's see where he's king over with his law. Psalms 10:16. Psalms 10:16. Follow. Psalms 10:16. Is it from? Let's read. Yahweh is king how? For how long? Yahweh is king for Jacinta to build a temple. The Illuminati trying to take over this space that is Europe. Some small islands in the Caribbean are trying to copy the European Union. But who does all the land belong to? And he is king for how long? Forever and ever. So don't think that anytime his throne comes off, his throne is always ruling. But let's just add that to another scripture. Psalms 47, 7 and 8. Psalms 47, 7 and 8. Yeah. Amen. Amen. Psalm 47, 7 and 8. We read. Listen to this one. And let me tell you this. If a Muslim says he believes this, he cannot be following Allah. Because David wrote this before Muhammad was existing. And let's hear what David said. We read. For God is the King of all the earth. Sing ye praises with what? Understanding. You see, some people just want praise God, praise God. No. Do it with what? Understanding. Amen? That's right. You have to do it with understanding. But why are you singing praises with understanding? It says, Yahweh is the King of all the earth. Now look at verse 8, which further explains. God reigned over the Eden. God sitting upon the throne of his what? That's right, it's God only me. Amen? And rule all over the earth. So your ruler is God. He is the king. And when we are told to fulfill the royal law, we are told that because the Bible is telling us there is a king above all the kings of the earth who has his law above all the other laws. And it is his law you should fulfill. So if a law is written that tells you you can't preach in Jesus' name, what are you supposed to do? There's a higher law. And the higher law tells you that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God. Amen? And to preach Jesus. That's what it tells you. So what are you going to do? You have to follow God above man. Amen, brethren? That's what these scriptures tell you. Because Yahweh has his law. And every little child in front of you here must be taught that there is a God named Yahweh. He is the one ruling the whole earth, and he has a law, and you as a child should be keeping his law. Every child should be taught that. Is that understood? So that they will know whose authority is above all. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Watch this next one. We are told also that the law is called the law of what? Liberty. Why is it called the law of liberty? What does that mean? The law is called the law of liberty because it is what it means to be free from sin. In other words, keeping the law is what it means to be what? Free from sin. Because sin is what? Transgression of the law of God. So if you're keeping the law of God, you're obviously what? Free from sin. Let's look at James 1. 25. James 1:25. Is it from? But whoso looketh into the perfect law of what? Liberty and what? Continuing therein. He being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the word, this man shall be what? Blessed in his deed. Did you hear that? The perfect law of liberty. The law is called perfect. Why do you think the law is called perfect? Because you cannot think up of one better than it. Nobody can. Notice we are told perfect law of liberty. Why is it called liberty? Look at James chapter 2 again and verse 12. So speak ye, and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of what? Liberty. So we know the law is called the law of what? Liberty. Why is it called the law of liberty? Because keeping that law means being free from sin. So when you're keeping the law, you are at liberty from transgression. I didn't say so. Turn to Psalm 119. Let's see who said so. '44 and 45 first. Yeah. So we're looking at why is it the law is called the law of liberty? It is called the law of liberty because it is what it means to be free from sin. The keeping of the law itself, in itself, freedom from sinning. Do you get that clear? But I didn't say that. Your Bible said that. Let's look at 119:44, 45. First of all. 44. So shall I keep thy law how long? How long? But baby, if keeping the law means to be free from sin, because you're keeping the law, and you're keeping it what? Continually. And you're keeping it how? Forever and ever. That is supposed to be what? All the time, sinfulness. The Bible just have that concept. But why tell us that? Look at the next verse. I will walk at liberty, for I what? Seek thy precepts. Did you see that? So the person who is walking in freedom, it is because of that law which they have kept. Because keeping God's law is the experience of sinfulness. Proof of it. Let's look at it practical. Verse 1 to 3. Verse 1 to 3. Oh. Blessed are the undefiled in the way. So what are they called? Undefiled in the way. For somebody to be undefiled in the way, they cannot have sin. Because sin defiles. So if you're undefiled in the way, it means when you're walking, you are free from sin. Let's read. It says this. Blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of Yahweh. Blessed are they that keep his what? Testimonies, that seek him in the whole world. They also do what? No iniquity. They what? Walk in his ways. That's right. If you're keeping the commandments, you're walking at liberty from sin. So it is the law of liberty. The law, which when you keep it, it means you are not sinning. Is that understood? So if you're not sinning, you're sin free. Yes, sir. Yes.
Chapter 1 and verse 25.
Yes.
It says, But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, he is not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the word, this man shall be blessed in his deed. But in right of that, when Christ in Matthew chapter 5 and verse 40 tells us, be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect, and we are saying the law is the perfect law of liberty. So just connect.
Yeah, if you are to be perfect, as your Father in heaven is perfect, the context of that is in righteous works, obedience. The Father in heaven doesn't do wrong. And if the Lord teaches that, if you have to be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect, then you have to follow his law.
Amen. The perfect law.
If the Lord be king, remember that. What's your next one? It is called the truth. The law is called the truth. Scripture that Brother Cameron just quoted. Why is the law called the truth? Anybody that stands as a philosopher will ask yourself, because what is the question? How do I relate to the Creator? How do I relate to myself? That's the important thing. Nothing else. It is always how you relate to the Creator and how you relate to what? The fellow man. You are inquiring for the truth about how you relate to God, how you relate to your fellow man. So when the Bible says the law is truth, it means it is the way you relate to God and the way you relate to your fellow men. I didn't say that again, your Bible said that. Let's first look at the law being truth. Psalms 119, 142. Notice what it says. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. How do we know the law is the truth? Truth seeking is seeking about why am I here. From the moment they say I'm seeking the truth, what are you seeking to find out? Why am I here? What is my purpose for being here? So truth seeking is seeking to find out your purpose for being here. Look at Mark 12, how it was presented. 28 to 34. Mark 12, 28 to 34. But I want you to watch what is said. Mark 12, 28 to 34. Is it found? We read. I quote. And one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all? Now you have to understand what he is doing here. To the Jews, of all the commandments, the most important was the first one. The Pharisees was not showing it. So they came and asked Christ, which is the first commandment of all? That was a philosophical question. Look at how Christ answered. And Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, Yahweh our God is one Yahweh. And thou shalt love Yahweh thy God with all thine heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the one, first commandment. And Christ went further than the man asked. Christ didn't stop there, he went further. He said this. And the second is like namely this. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. Now here is the point. Here is the point. Verse 32. Here is the point. We read verse 32 to 34. And the scribe said unto him, well, master, thou hast said what? The truth. Amen. Did you hear that? Well, master, thou hast said what? The truth. What is the truth? The truth. Hear how the fellow puts it. And hear what Christ tell him after he said it. He spoke the truth. What truth? Let's read. He said, well, master, thou hast said the truth. For there is one God, and there is what? None other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself is more than all whole burnt offerings and what? Sacrifices. And when Jesus saw that he answered discreetly, which is mindfully, he was thinking, he said unto him, what? Thou art not far from the kingdom of God. That's right. Because you see, my dear brethren, the reason why the law is the truth, it is because it is about relating to who? God and man. The quest of truth leads anyone to find out the true God and how you should relate to the fellow man. So it's always love to God as well. Love to the fellow man. That's why that law is the truth. Did you see that, my dear brother? Did you see that?
Worship God according to spirit and in truth.
That's right.
Worship must be marked by love.
That's right. That's right. Why is it called the law of life? Look at Romans 8:2. Romans chapter 8 and verse 2. It says, for the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus has made me free from the law of what? Sin and death. And we know what this text is telling us. The law of sin is the law pointing out sin. The law of death is the law condemning a person. But they told the law of the Spirit of life. So the Spirit that gives life uses a law. And that's why they call it the law of life. The Holy Spirit uses a law to give us life. That we won't be dead in trespasses and sin. That we won't be dead how? In trespasses and sin. Did you see that? So the law of the Spirit of life. It is called the law of life because when you are keeping it, you are in an experience of love. You remember love is fulfilling the law? What does the Bible tell you? Love is what? Fulfilling the law. So if love is fulfilling the law, and you are fulfilling the law, what experience are you in? Love. An experience of what? Love. Which is love. Amen? Amen? So that's the reason why. First look at Psalms 37, 31. Psalms 37, 31. This is meant to show you that you're not keeping the law if you're not keeping it in your heart first. If you're keeping it in your heart first, it regulates your action. Psalms 37, 31. We read, the law of his God is where? In his heart. And what happens? None of his steps shall slide. Why none of his steps slide? Because the law of God is where? In your heart. If you're keeping the law of God in your heart, then your steps wouldn't slip. Because it is organized in your life. So real obedience starts from where? In your heart, to make your steps move right. Amen? Now turn to John 17. John 17, 3. John 17, 3. We read John 17, 3. It tells us, and this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. So we are being told life is a knowledge of God as He's revealed in Christ. Remember, knowledge is experience. Watch. How does this feel? Smooth. I have the knowledge where in my mind by experiencing it. In the Bible, knowledge by experience is called wisdom. So you see, I'm feeling it. I have an experience of it. Now you don't feel God, but your experience of God is the knowledge of Himself that He reveals to your heart. And the Bible tells you God is love. So your experience of God is an experience of what? Love. So how do you know? How do you know? Right? That you have life and experience of love. You know you have life and experience of love when you are keeping the commandments of God. You have a consciousness of the love of God. When you're keeping the law of God. Did you see that, my dear brother? And that's why it is called the law of what? Life. Now, why is it called righteousness? Let me go a little faster. All thy commandments are righteousness. Why is it called righteousness? It is called righteousness because it reflects God, who is what? Righteousness. That's why it is called righteousness. It reflects God, who is what? Righteousness. Listen to this. There are three parts here in this. Now, it is called righteousness because it's doing, the commandments doing, in heart value, is what is right to God and man. Listen to me again. If you are doing the commandments in heart value, this is right to God and to man. You get that clear? So if you're doing the law in heart value, this is what is right to God and to man. The Bible does tell you so. Let's go into it. Psalm 408. Psalm 408, first of all. Psalm 408. We read, I delight to do thy will, O my God. Yea, thy law is where? Within my heart. Did you see that, my dear brethren? The law is where? Within his heart. Take this into consideration. If you delight to do the will of God, which is the law, which is in your heart, then you have a heart value for it. Amen? If you delight to do the will of God, which is the law, in your heart, then you have a heart value for the law of God. Amen? Or why are you delighting to do it? You have a heart value for the law of God. Did you see that, my dear brethren? Now Psalms 19:8. 19:8. I didn't say the Bible tells you. Why is it called righteousness? Because it reflects God who is righteousness. But you must understand, first of all, it is called righteousness because it's doing in heart value is what is right to God and man. Let's see, doing it in heart value is right. Psalms 19. Watch this beautiful scripture. Verse 8. The statutes of the Lord are right. You see it? Did you see it? You have a heart value for that. For the law of God. That is right before God. Why? Because the statutes of the Lord, listen to me again, we read it. The statutes of Yahweh are right. What? Rejoicing. We just spoke about the person delighting to do the will of God. In his heart. Delight in the heart. Did you see that? Again, the statutes of Yahweh are right. Rejoice in the heart. The commandments of Yahweh is what? Pure. Doing what? So we don't want it for sure. Once you're doing it, you're doing what is right. Amen? It is called righteousness because I add value for it, which is love to God and love to yourself is what is right. Proof of it. 1 John chapter 5. Two and three. We read. We read. Verse 2 and verse 3. It tells us, by this we know we love whom? The children of God. When we what? Love God and what? Keep His commandments. For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are what? Not grievous. That's why the Bible will also tell you, whatsoever we ask of Him, we what? Receive of Him, because we what? Keep His commandments, and do those things that are pleasing what? In His sight. You see, it is right to do. So you will call the commandments righteousness, because when you have a heart value in your heart for the commandments, and you keep it with your heart value, you're actually doing what is right to God and to what? To man. Loving God and loving the fellow man. That's the first point. Second point. It is righteousness because it's sincere doing. Is the opposite to covetousness. Yes. And covetousness is always the opposite of righteousness. Watch me again. Right? It is called righteousness because its sincere doing is the opposite of covetousness. It is selflessness. Romans 13, 8 to 10. Romans 13, 8 to 10. We read, "Owe no man anything but to what? Love one another. For he that loveth another hath what? Fulfilled the law. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no what? Ill to his neighbor, Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. Did you see that? So all your happiness is tied in keeping the law of God. That's why when we are unhappy because of others hurting us, others doing us wrong, you know they didn't keep the commandments of God. Amen, brethren? Amen? But this clearly shows us that if we sincerely do the law of God, it is the opposite of covetousness, it is selflessness. And finally, the Lord tells us all thy commandments are righteousness, and the law identifies God as who? Our righteousness. Remember he says Yahweh what? Our righteousness. So that is why it is called righteousness. So when they are all thy commandments are righteousness, why is that one of the identities of the law? Because it reflects God who is what? Righteousness everywhere. Did you see that, my dear brother? So God has even given us various identities to describe the law. What do you call it? The royal law. What do you call it? The law of liberty. What do you call it? The truth. What do you call it? The law of life. What do you call it? Righteousness. That's right. All that God has given to us. The law is so important. But watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Did you see what happened here? When Jesus was attacked by Lucifer, he chose well which law to attack Jesus upon. One, to make Jesus the creator under him. Because remember when the Father willed, the Son create. Lucifer was so smart. One, make Jesus the creator under me. Two, make Jesus self-will under me for me to protect him, but I'm making him kill himself. And three, get Jesus to testify that I am God with God. He chose which one of the 10 commandments to use to do this. And it was a brilliant choice. It shows me that Lucifer studied how to tempt Jesus. And this is why he went down and tell all the angels, take aside, I'm doing this for myself. What a shame for failure. I did this for myself. What a shame for the failure that they are. Big bad wolf. Not wolf, dragon. Big bad dragon. Going to humble me Christ and feel that he could get through alone, none of the angels. And he did the best he could do. And he failed miserably. Amen, brethren? We should be happy about that. You know why you should be happy about that? You should be happy about that because all temptations known to us follows that three patterns. Either one or the other. Now that's a study to get into myself. But before that, we'll do that the next time. Let's just look at what we got. Matthew 4. You need to follow Matthew 4. And 3. And when he had fasted 40 days and he was afterwards hungry. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. Did you see that brilliant temptation? Some of you say, what's so bad about that? If thou be the Son of God, doubt. Doubt. So the moment you doubt you're the Son of God, to prove it, who is really you have to follow? Lucifer, who is commanding him to create. Immediately, Lucifer becomes like the Father. He is will for Christ, and he's telling Christ what to create. Check out? Brilliant word. All that summed up in one little statement. If not be the Son of God, change his story. We can do it better.
Let's go 17 chapter 2.
Right.
It says, this is the Father speaking, and he said there, and lo, a voice of heaven saying, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased.
Yeah.
So here you have the Father himself whose will speaking, and he said, this is my beloved Son.
Yeah.
So the presumptuousness of this creative angel to come to overthrow the word of the Father himself. By telling him, if you be the Son of God.
Amen. So Lucifer is saying his will for Christ. When he gets Christ, if he gets Christ, or what? Down. You have to get Christ down first. Then Lucifer becomes will for him. And he's a creator under Lucifer. But you must get Christ down first. Doubt is the major point here. Right? Okay? Listen to this again. Let's look at the second one. Is it found? Look at verse 5 and verse 6. Then the devil taking him up into the holy city and set him on a pinnacle of the temple and said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, he's still not with the if, doubt, but now he's encouraging presumption, a presumption that leads to death. He said, if thou be the Son of God. Notice this. Cast thyself down. Jump off the temple then. Why? For it is written, verse 6, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a wall. So he said, God will send his angels, I'm quoting scripture, and they'll bear you up, that if you will hit a stone, jump off. If you are the Son of God. He's encouraging Jesus to be self-willed. It's not the will of God for him to jump off a building. That is being self-willed. But it is also what? Presumption. But it is based upon what? Doubt first. Watch me. This was a major war against the commandments of God. Watch. Worship of false God, covetousness. He tries to work on covetousness in Christ. The worship of false God. Let's read. Again, Matthew 4, 8 and 9. Verse 8. Again the devil taking him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showed him the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt what? Fall down and worship me. So again, he wanted Jesus to worship a what? False God. But he must work on what? Covetousness in Jesus. Do you notice In every case, it is getting someone to transgress the law of God. It is a war against God that Lucifer is waging here. Remember what the Bible tells you very carefully. Lucifer's major line in his heart was when he said, I will be like the world. He didn't say, I will be in place of the Most High. The angels will tell him, are you mad? So he said, I will be what? Like the Most High. So it's supposed to have two Most High. A God with God. That's pantheism. A God with God. And we are actually being told here that Lucifer, in trying to get Jesus to worship him, he would be saying that he is God with God, but it will be Jesus' testimony. But look here, he must work on covetousness. He must make the person self-will. He must make the person doubt. Is that understood, my dear brothers? Do you understand that? Watch this. Let's look at that with regard to the spiritual law. Romans 7:14 tells us. What is Romans 14? Romans 7:14 tells us. For that we know the law is what? Spiritual. For we know the law is spiritual. The spiritual law was attacked. The spiritual law was attacked. He is telling Jesus, change stones into bread. He is telling Jesus, jump off the temple. He is telling Jesus, worship me, Satan. We're taking it raw. If you're telling Jesus, change his stone into bread, Lucifer is will. He is will for Jesus. But if he is will for Jesus, and Jesus is created from him, it would mean to say that Lucifer is creator. By implication, if Jesus jumped off the temple following Lucifer, then Lucifer is what? Will. So, how would he be saved? Except Lucifer going on about catch him. So Lucifer is what? Savior. And then again, if he is saying, worship me, Lucifer is saying that Lucifer is what? Glory. Because it's the glory of God that evokes worship. When you see him, you just fall down and worship him. When you see his Shekinah glory, or his doxa glory, and everything Lucifer is God. So what do you have here? All these three things are saying, all those 3 points vindicates Lucifer's claim to be God with God. So you have got Christ to testify that he is God with God in reality. Did you see that, my dear brethren? Did you see that? Watch this. Next shot. Okay. Okay. Now let's look at the spiritual law here. Why is the spiritual law called the spiritual law?
Amen.
Let's go back one more time, or let somebody take a picture. Okay, so let's go forward. Why is the spiritual law called spiritual law? Remember, since the law reflects the divine nature and not the divine nature reflects the law, the law what? Reflects what? The divine nature, and the Bible tells us God is what? Spirit. Then if God is spirit and the law reflects the divine nature, then the law has to be what? Spiritual. Amen? You know the scriptures that show that. Love is not physical. God is spirit and God is love. So then the spiritual law has to be what? Love. Amen? Why? Because what? God is love. Did you see that, my dear brother? Now I have all those scriptures there that shows you that. But now, turn to Romans 13 and let's look at the next chapter. Romans 13 and the next chapter. You see, that's why the law is so important. It's supposed to make us happy. Because the law makes people respect your rights and your freedom. It makes people respect your rights. Everyone who truly keeps the law, you know they won't do you any harm. Amen? You are walking home 12:30 in the night and the area is dark, plenty bushes. But everybody in the whole community is keeping the law there. You can take your time to walk. In fact, 1 o'clock in the night you can even sit down and eat something. And nobody will harm you. You can see a dark figure coming towards you as you're walking on the road. And you will be afraid. Because you know everybody is what? Keeping the law. Therefore the law of God is your security. Amen? Look at Romans 13, 8 to 10. We just briefly refer to it again. It says, owe no man anything but to what? Love one another. For he that what? Loveth another hath what? Fulfilled the law. Why does it say, owe no man anything? Because we owe a relationship to each other of fulfilling the law towards each other. We owe it to each other. Therefore the law, when fulfilled, shows us having regards for the rights and freedom of others. In the 10 Commandments, the first 4 clauses is the right of religious what? Liberty. The first 4 clauses is the right of religious liberty. The one that tells us, honor your father and your mother that the days may be long. The one that says thou shalt not kill. The one that says thou shalt not bear false witness against the neighbor, which is killing with words. That is the right to what? Is that understood? The one that says thou shalt not commit adultery. The one that says thou shalt not steal. The one that says thou shalt not covet, which is stealing in your mouth. It is the right to what? Private property. So So the rights of men are regarded and respected when the Ten Commandments are kept. Did you see that, my dear brother? When the Ten Commandments are kept. That shows how important the law of God is. You should learn this. Every one of you here needs to spend some time learning these facts. Is that understood, my dear brother? Do you get this clear? We can go forward now. Okay? Next one. Watch this. Keeping God's law is what man is called to do at conversion. It is man's calling at conversion. I didn't say so. 1 Corinthians 7, 19 and 20. 1 Corinthians 7, 19 and 20. Watch. We read. Good. Circumcision is what? Nothing. And uncircumcision is what? Nothing. What? But the keeping of the commandments of God. Let every man abide in the same calling. The actual people is that same calling wherein he was called. So what did God call you to do? To keep his commandments. When you have, that's right. When you have converted, that's what God called you to do. But watch. Keeping God's law is complete obedience to the law. How do we know that? The Bible tells us if you break one, you are guilty of what? Oh. So keeping God's law is complete obedience to the law. So you are called at conversion to keep the law of God. Which means you are called to have what? Complete obedience to the law. And complete obedience to the law causes you to be what? Sin-free for Christ's second coming. Did you see that? Did you see that? Let us look at being sin-free for the second coming of Jesus Christ. Hebrews 9:28. Hebrews 9:28. Hebrews 9:28. So Christ was once offered to bear the sins of many, and unto them that look for him shall he appear the second time. What does it say? Without sin, unto what? Salvation. So that is the reason why you need to be prepared to be sin-free for the second coming of Jesus. Look at it again in 1 Thessalonians 3, 12 and 13. 1 Thessalonians 3, 12 and 13. Verse 12. And the Lord make you increase and abound in love one toward another and toward all men, even as we do you, to the end he may establish your hearts unblameable in what? Holiness before God, even our Father, at the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ with all his angels. So God wants you to be sin-free. So the law of God, keeping it, prepares you for the second coming of Jesus Christ. Do you see how important the law is? Do you see how important the law is? Do you see how valuable the commandments of God is? It actually makes you fit to see Christ coming in heaven. Amen, brethren? Next chart. So easy, the truth help you understand prophecy. Easy to make you understand prophecy. Let's look at Revelation chapter 12. Verse 7 to verse 12. Revelation chapter 12. You see, in those verses, your Bible is showing you that Lucifer had one huge campaign and war against God's law. So that the people who in the last days are identified by the commandments of God. You didn't just hear what I just said. The people who in the last days are identified by the commandments of God. Isn't that good? Yes. God doesn't identify his church with his law. You have an identity and you are keeping his commandments. Isn't that a good identity? Yes. Of course it is. You can't say that about the Pentecostals, the Catholic, the Anglican, or any of the others. You imagine you have an identity. What is your identity? You keep the commandments of God. Can you imagine that? Ask somebody. Ask somebody, who are you? First say, I'm a carpenter. Who are you? I'm a nurse. That's just physical things in it. Who are you? The people that keep the commandments of God. Amen. That is the identity God gives to you. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the what? Commandments of God. And the what? When all the trouble is going on. God gives you an identity. And your identity is one of keeping his commandments while trouble is taking place. Okay? What is this word? In Spanish. Espanol. Go. That's what it means. Somebody else. Okay? Just do this for our guests. You can say it's Cristo, amor y ustedes. Amen. Right? You can tell them that. Right. Now, let's pay attention to what we are looking at here. Turn to Revelation chapter 12, I think you're right? Let's read from verse 7. Watch the campaign. And there was war where? So we know there's a war going on, right? It's a war going on. Let's see where the war started. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. neither was there place from any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that ancient serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Messiah. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto what? Death. Who are these people? These are the people in the line of this war with the dragon. It goes on. Therefore rejoice ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, for the and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great what? Wrath. For you know that he had but a what? A short time. And as you know, it can get shorter and shorter, more and more wrath in it. And then it goes on to tell us. And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted whom? The woman which is the church, which brought forth the man-child which is Christ. And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly in the wilderness into a place where she is nourished for a time, times, and half a time, from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water, which is muddy water, dirty water, like flood water, as a flood, after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth held the woman, and the earth opened her mouth, and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. So this is telling us a lot of things that happen in this street. We know one thing for sure, that the early church preached the truth. We know the dragon attacked the early church with terrible persecution. We know the church had to flee from society and go and live in wilderness areas. We know the devil sent a lot of pagans to swallow the church with paganism. That's where Christmas comes from. That's where Christmas came from. I always tell people Christmas is a command of the Pope, not from the Bible. Who commanded it was the Pope. Who created the birthday? Emperor Hadrian. That is the Aurelian. He is the one that took all the different gods, take their birthdays from the 21st to the 25th, and put all on the 25th. He did that because Nimrod was worshipped and being born on the 25th of December. And he was worshipped as a god, and it spread all over the world. The dates changed, but remained close by. It changed according to culture, times, people, and region. The emperor put all back to the original day, the 25th. And then Pope Julius I came and said, well, okay, you know what? Keep that day for the good of Christ. So Christmas is only followed when you follow the command of the Pope. But you see, there was a war against God. And true Christians fled into the wilderness. And they stayed there. And it is from the wilderness of the Alps, the church in the desert, the church in Iona, and other isolated churches that the truth came back with a bang creating the Reformation. Until we are here in the stream of the Reformation again. Now let's read on. So the war is continuing, right? It continues. Verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and the testimony of Jesus Christ. So you see where the war continues. The war continues right on until we reach the end. They get that clear, my dear brethren. Now here is that war being explained in Bible prophecy in different ways. Turn to Revelation chapter 6. By the way, this is an exercise as to how to interpret Revelation. Chapter 6. Let's read from verse 1, first of all. And when the Lamb had opened one of the seals, I heard as it were a noise of thunder, and one of the four beasts said, Come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse. Did you see that? In the Bible, horse is used to symbolize the church in Joel. White is purity, sin-freeness. I saw a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given him. That is the crown of life. The bow is identified as the gospel in the Bible, or the good news. And a crown was given unto him. And he went forth what? Conquering and what? To conquer. That's the early church. So you see the church is the early church. From the year 31 ACB, after Christ died and resurrected, to the year 100 ACB, the church was pure, conquering and to conquer, with a crown on his head, of which is the bow of the gospel. That's how the church was. So then, when the devil attacked that church, he changed it to red. Let's read it. Verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, Come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat down to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. Right? And there was given unto him a what? A great sword. We're just taking a part of it. We know the sword given to the church there was the sword of the state. Not to kill the pagans, to kill what? One another, their own brethren. That is what happened, we know that. The sword of the state given to the church. To kill their own brethren. But let's see the important part about this. It became red. What does the Bible say? Isaiah chapter 1. For those who know verse 18. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 18. What does it say? Come now, let us reason together, said the Lord. Though your sin shall be as what? They shall be as what? White as snow. Though they shall be red like crimson, they shall be as what? So the church became sinful. Red. The church became what? Sinful. After being sin-free, white, it became what? Sinful, red. And Paul was given to this church to take peace from the earth. What does it mean to take peace from the earth? Romans 5:1. Romans 5:1. Therefore, being what? Justified by faith, we have what? Peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. Did you see that? So it means to say, when the church between 100 ACB and 538 ACB became red, it began to adopt a what? False justification. But not just only that, it began to apostatize or change the law of God. How do we know? Psalms 119, 165. Psalms 119, 165. Psalms 119, 165. What does it tell us? Great peace have they that what? Have died, and what? Nothing shall offend them. And those of you who want an additional scripture, I'll just give you one. Isaiah 48:18, put it this way. God gives you peace when you justify it. So, the loss of peace from the earth during that period of time means they adopted a what? False justification and begin to apostatize from what? The law of God. Now your Bible always tell you, when you are justified, you are made to keep the law. Look at Romans 3, 30 and 31. Romans 3, 30 and 31. Verse 30. Seeing it is one God which shall justify the circumcision out of faith, non-circumcision through the faith, do we then make void the law through the faith? God forbid, yea, we what? Establish the law. So in other words, in your Bible, justification causes you to keep the law. So if they begin to apostatize from what? Justification, obviously they will apostatize from what? The law of God. And the Bible tells us the horse became red, taking peace from the earth. They became sinful. They adopted a false justification. They began to apostatize from the law, especially the Sabbath. First of all. And then by uniting with the state, they were given a big sword. The sword of the state. That happened in 538. Did you see that, my dear brother? All this clearly shows us that this apostasy, the Bible said, will lead to the development of the man of sin. And what is the man of sin? A creation claiming to be God with God. So let's look at 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. We read from verse 3. We read from verse 2. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day, that is the coming of Christ, shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalted himself above all things that is called God, that is on the earth, or that is worshipped, so that he as God, sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is what? God. So what do we have here? This apostasy, which is an attack against the law of God, leads to the development of the man of sin, which is a creation claiming himself to be what? God is God. Did you see that, my dear brother? This whole thing will lead to an attack upon the seventh-day Sabbath, which will cause God to put in his hand miraculously on the earth. Next chapter. final crisis that destroys the world is a global assault on the everlasting covenant of the law of God. Different things are called the everlasting covenant in the Bible. But the real everlasting covenant that relates to the law of God is the seventh-day Sabbath. Yes. Look at Isaiah 24:5. Isaiah 24:5. Yes. Verse 5. Believe. 24 verse 5. Believe. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed what? The laws. So you know the context is the law of God, right? Okay? Change the ordinance. Wrong translation. The actual word is statute. Change the statute. Broken the one. Everlasting covenant. Therefore had the curse devoured the earth, and them that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. The question, what everlasting covenant is statutes under the laws of God? The Sabbath? That's the only one. So why do we have everlasting covenant being identified as salt and as peace and all these sort of things in the Old Testament? The only everlasting covenant that comes under laws of God, statutes of God, is the seventh-day Sabbath. Let's look for it in Exodus 31. Exodus 31. Look at 13 to 17. Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily my Sabbath you shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout the generation, that you may know that I am Yahweh, that God sanctify you. You shall keep the Sabbath year, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh is the Sabbath of rest, holy unto Yahweh. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generation, for a what? Perpetual, that is everlasting covenant. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was what? Refreshed. So in other words, the everlasting covenant that is under the laws or statutes is none other than the what? The seventh-day Sabbath. And we are told because they broke the everlasting covenant, a curse will be what? Devour the whole earth. Is that understood? A curse will do what? Devour the whole earth. Now my dear brethren, listen to me carefully. We must never forget that the whole earth is going to be judged by the law of God. That same law of God is going to judge the whole earth. Look at Ecclesiastes chapter 12. The last two verses. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, 13 and 14. Here is what we are told. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and what? Keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment, and every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be what? So the whole world must know they're going to be judged by this law. But they're trying to hide one part of the law. They're not going to be judged by man's attempt to change the law of God, which cannot be changed. They're going to be judged by that law, which is the eternal law for the whole world. And God therefore made a clear account that when the earth is ended, he's going to publicly show everybody that same law. Psalm 50, verse 6. This is the same text of scripture where Tuesday is existing as a fate in the end of time. And he's telling us to tell the world that the whole world is going to face the judge by his law. That's what he's telling us to tell us. Let's watch it. 15, verse 6. What does it tell us in verse 6? And the heavens shall declare his what? All thy commandments are righteousness. And the heavens shall declare what? His righteousness. For God is what? Judge himself. Watch me. The greatest event that is yet to come is for God to show the world, every country in the world, publicly, the value of his law. He did it on Mount Sinai in the 15th century before Christ's birth, BCB. There was a public presentation of the law of God on Mount Sinai in the 15th century before Christ's birth. But there is to be a second public presentation of the law of God, not on a mountain, but this time in the world. Global sky, after probation closes, and the plagues are what? Ending after Christ's birth. That's what the Bible tells you. The heaven shall declare his righteousness. For God is what? Judge indeed. That's the second presentation of the law of God publicly. This one is going to be more dramatic. Because there will be heathens and swellings of the earth and all forms of destruction. Let me read for you Great Controversy, page 639. I quote, then there appears against the sky a hand holding two tables of stone folded together. And then this is right, cites Psalm 56, the one we just read. That holy law, God's righteousness, that amid thunder and flame was proclaimed from Sinai as the guide of life, is now revealed to men as the rule of judgment. The hand opens the tables, and there are seen the precepts of the Decalogue traced as with a pen of fire. The words are plain that all can read them. Memory is aroused. The darkness of superstition and heresy is swept from every mind. And God's 10 words, brief, comprehensive, and authoritative, are presented to the view of all the inhabitants of the earth. To whom? All the inhabitants of the earth. It is impossible to describe the horror and despair of those who have trampled upon God's holy requirements. End of quote. This is what is to happen. You're going to actually see this. This is the final public presentation of the law of God, which everybody is going to see. God is judge. because they will all be judged by the law of God. And just before we close off, let us look at some of the latest things going on in the world, showing us that the end is near, and that judgment, that global judgment, is coming very soon. The destruction continues all over the world. Recently, this week in Indonesia, 3 streets disappeared in a single. So big. Suddenly, in different parts of the earth, have started to turn to water like mud, causing houses to sink again. Called liquefaction. Huge sandstorms appeared in Australia and China, burying cities. A whole set of strange things has started to happen. You're going to see a hurricane, and you will hear the voice of demons in the hurricane as it rushes by. So before we close off, we want you to see this same thing right here, right now. Pay attention.
Because in the clip, there's nothing hanging underground there.
Yeah, we got to be careful because we don't know what could happen. We need to get back off this. Can you get out of there?
There's no holding the clip right here. It has to get all of it.
Yeah.
Holy, that was sick.
Oh my god! How am I gonna grow them more? Oh my god!
dakikadır böyle bu? Yok. Ne oldu?
Amına kodum beton. Çocukları bu arabaları koyuyorlar bunlar. Basana mı geldi? Bu araba geldi.
Yolları tıkadı arabalar ve an
Kız hepsi gidiyor araba.
Amına kodum beton. Çocukları bu arabaları koyuyorlar bunlar.
देखो अभी देखो आगे करते हो वीडियो बनने नाम से साइड बहुत तगड़ा रहा पीछे साइड दिया मीडिया लेकिन लाग दे लास्ट तीन देखो सामने आ रहे हो बैठा हो गया वो सामने
Individual claims. Individual claims. So there's no probably another one that's still shaking. Get in the door claims. Oh, Lord, guys.
Got a house on fire there. Nothing left of that thing. Pray that nobody died.
I want you guys around that close.
Here's the video. Said there were a lot of homes damaged during this tornado event. You can see by the debris flying through the atmosphere, it does look like parts of rooftops.
Okullar tatil oldu zaten. الربع ودي يضحك ودي يبكي. شوف شوف خرج سفلت مش عاد سفلت الحين. وجهنا حضرنا علينا عند الرجل. شوف Saudiyah Arabia. يلا ابو فهد، وش هالاجواء الحلوه؟ ما شاء الله تبارك الله. ورنا حبات البر كلها ايش كبرها.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. اللهم اجعله صيبا نافعا يا رب. ما شاء الله.
От гроз, града и сильного ветра пострадала северно-восточная часть страны. Крупный град выпал в районах Кордоба и Санта-Фе. О разрушениях и жертвах не сообщается.
A large column of ash and prompting the color code to be raised to yellow. On the 13th, 14 people have died after strong storms brought severe flooding to Da Nang, Vietnam, flooding streets and damaging homes and businesses. After nearly 2 months of extremely anomalous rainfall, the deserts of Saudi Arabia are displaying an unusually rare bloom of vegetation. This occurred after parts of the Middle East experienced some of the worst flooding in over 100 years.
businesses downtown as people flee for safety, caught completely off guard. Look at that. Widespread damage. Once again, this is the second time this has occurred in a week. Actually, less than a week. Covering a widespread area. There's several video clips of footage of these tornadoes. I don't know what the classification of them were, if there was more than one, if there was just one. You can see here, peeling roofs back, people running for safety. Incredible scene coming out of Indonesia. Once again, some very unusual weather in that part of the world.
Yes, my dear brethren. So this was to just show you just a little, there are many, many more. I just did this late in the night, just to give you an example of what is going on. So that you will see how late time is, and that you will know that the end is near, even at the cross. In the face of all of this, we need to learn to love the law of God. What do you say? Love the law of God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being, with all your strength. Learn to love the law of God. Keep your mind on the law of God. Look at the law of God and learn to love the law of God. Because Jesus Christ is coming very soon. The only hope we have is a genuine heart experience, love for the law of God that is manifested in obedience to the law of God by faith. We tell this to you because we love you very much and we want to see you to be saved. We are not here to play Christianity. This church is not about playing Christianity. This church is about the reality. Calling upon you to let God discipline you. Discipline you in such a way that you will be having a new mental experience of the truths of the plan of salvation, which will be shown in your works that you do. And that you watch yourself, guard yourself, that you do not allow evil angels to enter into your mind and influence you. Do not allow them, by temptation from without, to come to dwell in you and cause you to sin. Do not allow them to cause you to sin in any way whatsoever. Allow yourself to walk in the revealed truth, the supernaturally revealed truth of the Holy Spirit, to direct your words. Take counsel when it comes to you. Obey counsel when you are spoken to. Humble yourself to the truth. Obey the counsel. There is no sense to hold pride. There is no sense to hold hard-heartedness. There is no sense to rebel. Because you still have to end it anyhow. So end it for the truth's sake. And let Christ determine where you will go. Those who feel snug and confident in their own experience need to reinvestigate themselves and see if they are abiding in Jesus Christ. Ask yourself if Christ is in you. Humble yourself to learn the truth. And we have prepared great literature to spread all over the world with regards to the truth. This week, Pakistan sentenced 2 Christians to death for blasphemy. And they have asked Google to help them target people who speak against Islam in whatever country of the world. So now they're reaching out with those left-leaning social media giants to get them to identify people speaking against Islam in different countries. As they say, to extradite them to Pakistan for them to stand trial for blasphemy, which carries their penalty. They are out of their places.
Very out of their places.
But we know time is late and trouble is coming. Trouble is coming. Time is late. But you need to prepare. So let us please stand. You bow your head and pray for yourself for 1 minute. Rededicating yourself to God. Bow your heads, close your eyes. Pray for yourselves for 1 minute. Rededicating yourself to God. And then we will give the closing prayer. Dear loving Father, thank you for the light of truth you have given to us today, showing us that we love your law, all our heart, and walk in obedience to your commandments, because it is the most important thing for all of us. Please help us to have this experience. Please direct us and bless us that we may have this experience. Testifying that thou art love, that thou art God. Please humble us under your hand and bring us into obedience to your commandments, making sure we truly obey for your glory's sake. So Father, we thank you for hearing us. We thank you for blessing us. We thank you for giving us truth through Christ our Savior. And as we leave here to go our ways, please keep us safe from all harm, trouble, dangers, and accidents, and help us to guard where the edges of the Sabbath, such an important day as this, through Christ our Savior. Amen.